Hello, everyone. Welcome to Traveling Through Pages. Every page of a book teaches us something new. Similarly, we can learn a lot from conversing with a person. Most of the knowledge we gain would aid us in life. And in this show, we will develop a better reading habit and learn how to study well from interviews with inspiring and avid readers. I'm on a journey to unfold fascinating pages and acquire knowledge from them. Come along with me on this journey. This is Aradna Umesh accompanying you today. So today we have Akshaya, and she's an author of 4 books, and she's also ranked second in Karnataka in her 10th births. So hello, Akshaya.
Hi.
First of all, congratulations for your huge success in academics. Second in Karnataka. It's really great.
Thank you so much, Aradhana.
Yeah. Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What do you do? Your hobbies?
Sure. So my name is Akshaya Sutrave. I'm 16 years old. And right now I'm in 11th grade. My hobbies include reading, writing, drawing. I love listening to music and traveling.
Great. Okay.
And then my favorite subjects are maths and physics.
Wow. Maths, favorite subject. I don't think I can hear that from everyone, but it's amazing. How did you get the interest into maths? I don't think everyone, I mean, most of my friends don't really like maths and physics. So how did you gain that interest?
The thing with physics is that I always used to have these encyclopedias with so many facts, interesting facts about space and things around us. And then that's how I got into physics. Maths, I don't know, I was just neutral to maths until about 8th grade. And after that, I started actually practicing out maths, and the classes were also really fun, which made me like maths.
Okay, great. Okay, so can you talk about your books and how did you think of the idea of your stories?
Okay, so up till now, I've written 3 novels and a collection of short stories. The novels are from a young adult series known as, and the name is the Euphoric Squad series.
Okay.
The first one, The Mystery of the Haunted Hill, was the first one. I wrote it when I was 11 years old.
11
So
years old. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and it's about a group of friends who visit a haunted hill to really find out whether there are ghosts or not, and whether the legend of the haunted hill is true. And then the second one, The Wingsterian Hunt, talks about a secret city on North Pole and the secrets that lie in that city. These group of friends go and find out stuff about that city. Whereas the third one, which is my latest and maybe also my best because I wrote it recently, is The Cruising Celebrity. It's about a celebrity who was lost at sea 10 years ago. And the same group of friends, since it's a series, they go in search of that celebrity and they uncover secrets no one ever knows. No
Wow.
one.
I mean, it actually sounds really fun while just telling the summary of the book. I really wish I could read those and I'll try to get those books and I'm sure I will read those.
Yeah.
So, how did you get this idea of these stories?
Well, they really don't have any specific nature. Like, they just randomly pop into my mind. The latest one I actually got from a dream
Oh,
a time
great.
ago, which I had, and I developed it.
Okay, so randomly, like while you're eating, while you're showering, they pop
Yeah.
into your mind. Understandable. Great. Okay. So, how did you start writing and what made you start writing and authoring books?
It was actually drawing that led me to writing. When I was really young, drawing was my first hobby. I used to draw all the time. And then I thought maybe I should publish like a cartoon series or something of that sort. And
Oh,
I started illustrating small strips. And then one day I realized I had to have dialogues. After that, I started adding text and then stories. And then as the years went by, I started realizing that I also like writing.
great. Okay, so drawing helped you to discover your
Yeah.
writing abilities, and that's really nice. Okay,
Thank you.
so we all know you've gotten the second rank in Karnataka. How did you do that? How? Any tips?
So the main thing was the first half of 10th grade, I didn't really have any expectations. I just, like any normal 9th or 8th grader, I went to school, I came back, I read whatever they taught. But then by the second half, I realized that maybe I should aim for something more.
Okay.
And there was this program at our school which also helped me, like hone my skills and then realize where my weaknesses lied. And then I also, because there were two sets of pre-boards that happened at our school, which sharpened those knowledge bits. And then actually, I didn't expect to be on state rank. I just wanted like 98 or 99, but
Great. I mean, do you have any tips to follow, like how you studied, your study techniques, your methods?
okay. So the first thing is when you're studying, don't look at the time. I know it's contrary to what people actually tell you. Like you just when you're reading a chapter, it usually takes you a long time to understand it for the first time. So
Yeah.
when you're constantly looking at the clock and then thinking, oh no, 5 minutes per page, I'm going so slow, that creates this sort of worry, and then you won't be able to concentrate.
Very
So
true.
like it's okay. It's okay even if you take 5-10 hours to read a chapter. Just read it properly, understand it, don't memorize.
Okay, don't
You
memorize.
need to retain. You need to retain that knowledge. If you memorize again, then before the exam, you'll have to read it. It'll feel like a new concept, and it wastes time.
Okay, okay. So Akshaya's method of reading is do not look at the time, take your time and study the topic. Okay, great. Okay.
But if that's like, yeah. But if your exam is really close, then you have to look at the time.
Yeah, okay. So do not procrastinate then.
Yeah. That's the main.
Yeah. So, okay, now any tips on how to start authoring, like for buddy authors?
Yeah, sure. It's actually not as hard as it sounds. First, you need to read a lot.
Yeah.
Like read any type of fiction, not just don't just stick to one type of like I'll only read thrillers, I'll only read mystery. Like try to find out new kinds of books, and then you'll really know what you're interested in.
Yeah.
And then when you start writing, don't be a perfectionist. That is the main thing.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
And yeah,
You wanted to add something?
yeah, sure. And the thing is, when you start writing it, even experienced authors, their first drafts aren't actually perfect. They have many flaws. They have many things that can be improved on, and it applies to anyone. So don't get discouraged, even if you think that your writing is not flawless.
Okay, great. Okay. So are you planning on becoming an author? I mean, taking it as a main job or you want to do something else?
While I would love to do it, I I might keep it as a hobby for now, and
Okay.
then concentrate on another career, because I've heard it's not easy to earn a livelihood by just writing books.
Very true. But then what do you want to become? And take,
Right
yeah.
Right now, I like to take STEM and then think about astrophysics.
Okay, great. Nice. Really great. I mean, complicated topics. Great.
I
Yeah.
like to try it.
Okay, cool. So now we have like a very fun rapid fire round. You need to be
Oh,
quick. Okay. Okay. So most embarrassing moment.
most embarrassing moment.
Yeah.
I
Time.
can't think of one very quickly.
Okay, fine. I'll give you time. Think about it.
Okay. Okay, now.
Yeah, anything like recently or like when you were a very small child, can be any sort of thing.
Oh, there was this one time when I was at a bookstore
Okay.
and then I was trying to reach out to one of those shelves at the very top.
Okay.
I didn't want to ask anyone, so I just stretched out and like my hand brushed the books and the entire row fell off, which was
Oh no.
extremely embarrassing in front of all those people.
I mean, I can relate to it. People would be staring, right?
And
And
the
this,
noise of so many books falling is loud.
yeah, it is. And when you don't want it to be loud, that is the time it'll be like extremely loud.
Exactly. I know, right?
I can relate. Okay, your most comforting food.
Ice cream.
Oh, great. I really love it
I
too.
love ice cream.
Same. The weirdest dream you've ever had.
I have a lot of weird dreams.
Yeah, anyone.
Okay. The first thing I remember is that after the exams got over, I've had dreams
Mhm.
where I've forgotten to write exams. I mean, everyone has these dreams, but like the one I can think of right now is probably that where I
Okay.
literally the exam was at 9 p.m. I lost track of time, and then I realized that my most favorite subject's exam I hadn't gone and written it. I thought, oh no, my teacher is going to be so disappointed.
Oh, see, your rule is now contradicting your statements. You said that don't look at the time because you didn't look at the time. You missed the exam in your dream.
I know.
Yeah, and your favorite subject is physics, right?
Physics and maths.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, what is your favorite Hogwarts house?
I like Gryffindor, like many people.
Yeah, that's because, of course, we are biased towards Harry Potter.
We
So,
are extremely biased.
so yeah. Okay, so have you like experienced any like paranormal activities, like ghost experiences, spooky, anything like that?
There was this one time, and I remember it really well.
Okay, I would love to listen.
Okay, so I think it was back in 2020, April 5th or something like that.
Okay, you remember the dates. Okay, great.
That shows how well I remember that experience. It was like, and I was in my room in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. I
Okay.
remember I had this kind of scary dream, which was unrelated. I don't remember that dream, but I woke up from that dream thinking about ghosts.
Okay.
And then this voice in my head, it said, you know, Bloody Mary. It
Oh yeah.
sounds silly. And this voice in my head said, okay, dare Bloody Mary to enter your house.
Wow. Why?
And then I was just lying in that bed and I was thinking about her, like, I dare you to surpass all the locks of this house, all the windows, and come and stand in front of me. And right that moment, I felt something grip my chest, okay?
Oh no.
That it was scary then, it might sound silly now, but it was kind of frightening. And then the door, which had been previously closed, it was open all of a sudden. I remember it being open and the dark hallway on the other side. I saw a shape of something standing there.
Do you sleep all alone?
No, that time my grandparents were there, so my grandmother was with me in that room. She was asleep. She didn't see anything.
Okay.
And then that dark shape, I couldn't move. I remember thinking, "Oh no, this." And then I told to myself, I regret doing this. Please leave me alone." I repeated that 3 times in my head.
Oh,
And
and
then the shape, I couldn't see it anymore, and the door was closed again. I'm not sure if it's a dream or if it's real, because it sounds like it's from a book, but that's
yeah,
what I remember.
I mean, that would be super, super scary. I would be frightened my whole life. I can understand how you remember the date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So one last question. What
Yeah,
is your
sure.
message to teens and children who are going to watch this?
Okay. So my message is that it's a very cliche message, but I'll still say it.
Yeah.
It's that don't give up. Don't compare yourself with anyone else. That's the worst thing that you can do to yourself.
Yeah.
Even if there are hundreds of talented people, hundreds of smart people. Anywhere you go, you can find a reason to compare yourself with anyone in the world, but don't do it.
Very true.
Like, I was very used to comparing my skills, my achievements, my speed, and literally anything. Even the speed at which I read a book, I used to compare. But then that destroys your self-confidence, self-esteem, and then it's not worth it.
Very true. And I think that these comparing things first start with parents. Parents start to compare, and
Yeah.
that's why we also pressurize ourselves and see
Society.
as others. Very true. Parents, society, relatives, everyone. Very true. Okay, thank you so much, Akshaya. It was really fun talking to you and getting to know about your stories, your ghost experiences. It was really great. Thank you so much, Akshaya, for joining in today.
Thank you so much, Aradhana.